The third player. The drive to Scotland Yard took 20 minutes through morning traffic that felt like hours. Alex sat in the passenger seat of Marcus's car, watching London blur past. Commuters with coffee cups, tourists with cameras, people living ordinary lives while hers spiraled into chaos she couldn't control. Marcus's hand found hers on the center console. "We'll figure this out. Will we?" Alex's voice was hollow. "Every time we think it's over, there's another layer. Emma was manipulated by Rebecca. Rebecca claims someone else is involved. How many more people are coming for us?" "Hey," Marcus squeezed her hand. "Look at me." She turned. His gray eyes were steady, determined. "We survived Emma's kidnapping. We survived Rebecca's blackmail. We'll survive this too." He paused. Together. Alex wanted to believe him. But the photograph of them leaving court yesterday, Rebecca's violation of the injunction within hours, had shattered her sense of security. If Rebecca had an accomplice, someone who'd helped orchestrate everything. They pulled into Scotland Yard's car park at 8:30. Detective Inspector Sarah Okonkwo met them in the lobby, her expression grim. "Thank you for coming so quickly." Okonkwo was in her mid-40s, with close-cropped hair and the solid build of someone who'd spent years in active duty. "Rebecca Chen has been difficult since her arrest." "Difficult how?" Alex asked. Okonkwo led them through security up to the third floor. Alternating between complete silence and manic outbursts, she's refused to speak to her solicitor, refused food, refused everything, until 4 this morning when she started screaming that we needed to call you immediately. "What did she say?" Marcus asked. Okonkwo stopped outside interview room 3. That there's someone else, someone who helped her plan everything, someone who has access to information even she didn't have. She paused, and that this person is planning to strike imminently. Alex's stomach dropped. "Strike how?" "She won't say. Claims she'll only speak to you directly." Okonkwo's dark eyes were sharp. "I need to be clear. Rebecca Chen is facing serious criminal charges. She has every incentive to lie, to manipulate, to create diversions. This could be a strategy to delay proceedings or muddy the waters." "But you think there's something to it," Alex said. Okonkwo hesitated. Her fear seems genuine, and some of what she said doesn't quite fit with her being the sole orchestrator. "Like what?" Marcus leaned forward. "She mentioned knowing about your Bar Standards Board hearing before it was formally scheduled. She mentioned details about Patricia Ashworth's internal deliberations at her firm." Okonkwo shook her head. "Could be bluffing, could be guesswork, or could be someone feeding her information from inside your professional circles." The implications made Alex's skin crawl. Someone at the bar? Someone at Morrison and Blackwood? "I'll speak to her," Alex said. Okonkwo nodded. "I'll be observing from the other room. If at any point you want to stop..." "I understand." Marcus touched her elbow. "I'm coming with you." "Marcus, non-negotiable." His jaw was set. "She made me part of this. I'm seeing it through." Okonkwo looked between them, then nodded. "Both of you, then. But let me be clear. This is an informal conversation, not a formal interview. Anything she says can and will be used in her prosecution. She knows this. If she's talking, it's because she wants something." The interview room was small, sterile, with gray walls and fluorescent lighting that made everything look washed out. Rebecca Chen sat at the metal table, hands cuffed in front of her, wearing the same charcoal suit from yesterday's court hearing. But the polished facade was gone. Her hair was disheveled, mascara smudged beneath red-rimmed eyes, skin pale and drawn. She looked up when they entered. Something flickered across her face. Triumph? Relief? Fear? "Alexandra." Rebecca's voice was hoarse. Finally, Alex sat across from her, Marcus beside her. "Detective Okonkwo says you have information." "Information," Rebecca laughed, a brittle sound. "Yes, information that will destroy everything you think you know." "Then talk," Alex said flatly. Rebecca leaned forward, chains clinking. "You think you won yesterday. The injunction, the referral to CPS, watching me get arrested." Her eyes glittered. "You have no idea what's coming." "Rebecca," Marcus started. "Shut up." Rebecca's voice turned vicious. "You don't get to speak. You started all of this with your charming lies in Edinburgh, your promises of connection, then your fucking disappearing act. But you're just a symptom. She's the disease." Alex kept her voice level. "Who's the disease, Rebecca? Who else is involved?" Rebecca's smile was wrong, too wide. Someone who hates you even more than I do. Someone who's been planning your destruction for longer. Someone who approached me 6 months ago with a proposal. Combine our resources, share our intelligence, coordinate our attacks. Alex's blood ran cold. Who? Someone you trust. Rebecca's eyes locked on Alex's. Someone close enough to know your vulnerabilities, your schedule, your cases. Someone who could feed me information about Morrison and Blackwood's internal operations, about your relationship with Marcus, about Patricia Ashworth's deliberations. Marcus's hand found Alex's under the table. You're lying. Am I? Rebecca tilted her head. How do you think I knew about the Thornton case leak? I didn't hack Morrison and Blackwood's systems. I didn't need to. My partner provided everything. How do you think I knew exactly when Alex would be vulnerable, exactly when to strike? I had inside intelligence. Emma Wright was your partner, Alex said. She's already in custody. Rebecca laughed again, that awful brittle sound. Emma was a useful idiot, mentally unstable, obsessed with Marcus, easy to manipulate. I used her as a distraction, a first wave to soften you up, but she was never the real threat. Then who? Alex demanded. Rebecca leaned back, chains rattling. That's the question, isn't it? Who has access to confidential Bar Standards Board scheduling? Who knew about Patricia Ashworth's internal discussions before they were public? Who could monitor your movements, your cases, your relationships from inside your own professional circle? Alex's mind raced. Someone at Morrison and Blackwood? But Richard had investigated everyone after the Thornton leak. Someone at the bar? But the pool of people with that level of access was small, vetted, trusted. Why are you telling us this? Marcus asked suddenly. If you have a partner, why expose them? Rebecca's expression shifted, something raw breaking through. Because they betrayed me. The plan was to destroy Alex's career, break up your relationship, make Marcus see what he'd lost in me. But when I got arrested, they disappeared. No support, no legal help, no rescue. They left me to take the fall alone. So this is revenge, Alex said, against your partner. This is survival. Rebecca's voice dropped. They have information on me, evidence of things I did before Emma, before you, before Marcus, things that could put me away for a very long time, and they've made it clear. If I go down alone, unless I make myself useful. Useful how? Alex asked. Rebecca's smile returned, sharper now. By warning you. They're not done with you, Alexandra. Emma was phase 1, I was phase 2. But phase 3, she paused. Phase 3 is already in motion, and it's going to destroy everything. Alex's throat tightened. What's phase 3? I don't know the details. They stopped sharing information after you filed the injunction. But I know the target. Rebecca's eyes bored into Alex's. Your Bar Standards Board hearing tomorrow afternoon. They're going to present evidence, fabricated evidence, that you've been systematically violating professional conduct rules for months. Evidence so damning that the board will have no choice but to suspend you pending a full investigation. What evidence? Marcus demanded. Rebecca shook her head. I told you, they cut me out, but it's convincing. Doctored emails, falsified financial records, witness statements from people you've supposedly wronged. They've been building this file for months, waiting for the perfect moment to deploy it. Alex felt the room tilt. Her Bar Standards Board hearing was in less than 30 hours. If someone presented fabricated evidence, if they had witnesses prepared to lie. Who is it, Rebecca? Alex's voice was steel. Give me a name. Rebecca leaned forward, chains clinking against the metal table. Tell Detective Okonkwo to offer me immunity. Full immunity from prosecution in exchange for everything I know. Then I'll give you the name, the evidence, everything. You're not in a position to negotiate, Alex said. Rebecca's smile was cold. Aren't I? You have less than 30 hours before your hearing. Less than 30 hours to identify my partner, find the fabricated evidence, and mount a defense. Without my help, you're going in blind. We'll figure it out ourselves, Marcus said. Rebecca laughed. Will you? My partner has been 3 steps ahead this entire time. They knew you'd file the injunction. They knew I'd get arrested. They planned for it. This is all part of their design. Alex stood abruptly, chair scraping. We're done here. Alexandra, Rebecca's voice turned desperate. They're going to destroy you. Everything you've built, your entire career, gone. And then they're coming for Marcus, for your friends, for everyone you love. This isn't over. It's just beginning. Alex walked to the door, Marcus behind her. She paused, hand on the handle, and turned back. If you want immunity, Rebecca, you'll need to give Detective Okonkwo something concrete. A name, evidence, proof. Until then, you're just a desperate woman trying to bargain her way out of prison. Rebecca's face contorted. You're making a mistake. They're watching right now, planning, preparing. Alex opened the door and walked out. In the corridor, she leaned against the wall, breathing hard. Marcus's hand pressed against her back. Do you believe her? He asked quietly. Detective Okonkwo emerged from the observation room, her expression troubled. Parts of it ring true. The details about your bar standards board hearing, Patricia Ashworth's deliberations, those aren't things Rebecca could easily know on her own. But she could be making it up, Alex said, creating a phantom threat to leverage immunity. Okonkwo nodded slowly. Possible, but she hesitated. There's something else. We've been analyzing Rebecca's phone records, her computer, her communications. There are encrypted messages to an unknown number, dating back 6 months. Messages that suggest coordination with another party. Alex's stomach dropped. Can you trace the number? We're trying. It's routed through multiple proxy servers, encrypted end-to-end. Sophisticated setup. Okonkwo paused. Professional-grade security. Not something an amateur could implement. So there really is someone else, Marcus said. Okonkwo's phone buzzed. She glanced at it, and her face went pale. Christ, what? Alex asked. Your Chambers, Morrison and Blackwood. There's been a break-in. The drive back to Chambers took 15 minutes that felt like 15 hours. Alex's phone kept buzzing. Richard, Elizabeth Chen, other colleagues, but she couldn't make herself answer. Her mind kept circling Rebecca's words. Someone you trust. Someone close enough to know your vulnerabilities. They pulled up to find police cars outside, uniformed officers cordoning off the entrance. Richard Morrison stood on the pavement, his usually composed face drawn and angry. Alex, thank God. He pulled her aside, away from the gathering crowd. Someone broke in early this morning. They knew exactly what they were looking for. What did they take? Alex asked. Richard's jaw tightened. Your files. Every case file, every personal document, every piece of correspondence. Your entire office has been ransacked. Alex felt the ground shift beneath her feet. The bar standards board hearing. They took those files too. Your defense preparation, your evidence, everything. Richard's voice was grim. Whoever did this knew exactly where to look, exactly what to target. They had keys, codes, complete access. Inside job, Marcus said quietly. Richard nodded. Has to be. The security system was disabled from the inside. No forced entry, no alarms triggered. Someone who works here, someone with access to everything. Alex's mind raced through the possibilities. The clerks, the junior barristers, the administrative staff. Dozens of people with access to Chambers. But who would have motive? Who would hate her enough to orchestrate this? Richard. Elizabeth Chen hurried over, her face pale. The police found something in Alex's office. You need to see this. They followed her inside, past the uniformed officers taking statements, up to Alex's third-floor office. The door hung open, the interior a disaster. Files scattered, desk drawers emptied, computer monitors dark. But what made Alex's blood run cold was the message spray-painted across her wall in red letters 3 feet high. You should have listened. Below it, taped to the wall, was a photograph. Alex and Marcus leaving Scotland Yard this morning, taken from across the street with a telephoto lens. Timestamp 8:47 a.m., less than an hour ago. They're watching, Marcus said quietly. Right now. They knew we went to see Rebecca. Alex stared at the photograph, at the message, at the destruction of her professional sanctuary. Rebecca's words echoed in her mind. Phase 3 is already in motion. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered without thinking. Hello, Alexandra? The voice was distorted, filtered through software, but unmistakably female. I hope you're enjoying my handiwork. Who is this? Alex demanded. Laughter, cold and mechanical. Someone who's been waiting a very long time for this moment. Someone who watched you build your perfect life, perfect career, perfect relationship, perfect reputation, and decided it was time to tear it all down. Why? Alex's voice shook with fury. What did I do to you? What did you do? The voice turned vicious. You existed. You succeeded. You took what should have been mine and made it yours. But that ends tomorrow. At your hearing, the Bar Standards Board will see evidence of your corruption, your ethical violations, your complete unsuitability for the profession. And when you're suspended, when your career is destroyed, I'll be there to watch you fall. I'll fight you, Alex said. Whatever evidence you fabricated. Fabricated? The laugh again. Oh, Alexandra, the evidence is real. Your signature on documents you don't remember signing. Your voice on recordings you don't remember making. Financial transactions from your accounts you don't remember authorizing. All real. All traceable. All damning. Alex's mind spun. How could evidence be real if she hadn't? Forgery, Marcus said quietly beside her, and Alex realized she'd put the phone on speaker. You forged everything. Prove it, the voice said. Prove that your signature isn't yours. Prove that your voice isn't yours. Prove that your bank accounts weren't used. You can't, because I've been preparing this for 2 years, learning your patterns, studying your habits, perfecting every detail. 2 years, Alex said, since Sophie and Natasha's engagement party. Silence on the line. Then, very good. Yes, since the party. Since I saw you there, so confident, so successful, with Marcus looking at you like you hung the moon. Since I realized that everything I wanted, you had, and everything I deserved, you'd stolen. You're not Rebecca's partner, Alex said suddenly. You're her handler. You recruited her, used her obsession with Marcus, pointed her at us. She was never the mastermind. You were. More silence. Then the voice said, almost admiringly, You're smarter than I gave you credit for. Yes, I found Rebecca. Found her breaking into James Hartley's email, found her stalking his new wife, found her spiraling after Marcus ignored her. And I saw opportunity, a weapon I could aim at you, a distraction while I built my real case. Who are you? Alex demanded. The laugh was colder now. You'll find out tomorrow, at the hearing, when I present my evidence and watch your world collapse. Until then, Alexandra, enjoy your last night as a barrister. It's the last one you'll ever have. The line went dead. Alex stood in her destroyed office, surrounded by police and colleagues, staring at the photograph of herself and Marcus. Someone had been watching them this morning. Someone was watching them now. Someone who'd spent 2 years preparing to destroy her. Someone she trusted. Richard's phone rang. He answered, listened, and his face went gray. The Bar Standards Board. They've received an anonymous submission of evidence. Hundreds of pages. They're reviewing it now for tomorrow's hearing. Alex felt Marcus's hand on her shoulder, steady and warm. But for the first time since this nightmare began, she wondered if steady and warm would be enough. Because somewhere out there, someone who knew her, someone who'd watched her for 2 years, someone with access to her professional life and personal details, was preparing to end her career. And Alex had less than 24 hours to figure out who. Her phone buzzed again. Another unknown number. Another message. See you tomorrow, Alexandra. I'll be the one smiling when they suspend you. Alex looked at Marcus, at Richard, at Elizabeth, at the ruins of her office. We need to find out who this is, she said. Tonight, before the hearing. How? Richard asked. We don't even know where to start. Alex thought about the voice on the phone. Female, professional, articulate, someone with technical expertise to forge documents and recordings. Someone who'd been at Sophie and Natasha's engagement party 2 years ago. Someone with access to Morrison and Blackwood's systems. And suddenly, horribly, a possibility occurred to her. The engagement party, she said slowly. Who was there? Who had access to both the social circle and professional connections? Elizabeth Chen's face went pale. Alex, you can't possibly think. Make a list, Alex said. Everyone who was at that party. Everyone who works at Morrison and Blackwood. Everyone with the technical skills to forge documents and recordings. Cross-reference them. Richard nodded slowly. I'll get the investigators on it. But as Alex stood in her destroyed office, watching the police photograph evidence and dust for prints, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was already too late. That whoever had done this had planned for every contingency. That tomorrow's hearing would be the end of everything she'd worked for. And that the person who'd orchestrated it all was someone she knew. Someone she'd trusted. Someone who'd been hiding in plain sight for 2 years. Waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
Thanks for watching our stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic adventures. Thanks for watching our stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic adventures.